sports. It's in the game.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And normally in this spot, we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time, it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And, right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. You talk about this Jets defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happened. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something. Throw left side complete. That's Daniels. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. Back to throw. O'Neal. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
He'll try again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami. Point after here coming up. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Levine. He finds his man complete. It's Lambert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. O'Neal. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Lambert. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Levine got his man complete over the middle. It's McKinney. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Let's go.
Up the middle here, it's Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Levine. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Slot man moves right. Operating from the gun. Levine. That's caught by Ware. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Levine. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing to start the drive. O'Neal. And that is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The Dolphins sit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And complete into the hands of Fowler. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. Throwing to start the drive. O'Neal. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it complete to Fowler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He finds his man, complete. It's Fowler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Daniels. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown. And this is good. It was running out of gas there. But he winds up getting just enough on it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. The Bills trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jordan Love, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Drake May has thrown a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Up the middle they go. Alexander. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested,
but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Let's go. Go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Levine. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Levine. He finds Riddick. Complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Levine. And it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They work now on 2nd and 9. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. O'Neal. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield. Yeah,
and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters, and this deficit is going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 3 yards out. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. O'Neal working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Jets offense and their running back getting set to go once more. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The completion to Riddick. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They go play action here on first down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining